Hello folks, Shintigercurl here, that dude in the straw hat bringing you yet another awesome video. Sunday night. You know what that means? Time for some pay-per-view wrestling. And tonight is the night where the WWE goes extreme! Or as extreme as PG will allow them to. So with a lot of titles on the line, almost all of them, well, all of them in fact, how's it gonna go? Who's gonna get extreme? Let's find out, because I got my notes. The pre-show starts us off, match-wise, with Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler in a no disqualifications match. This was a good for the pre-show, very solid match. Baron continues to grow little by little into his role as on the main roster. This is a very solid match. They both look good. In comes when Baron punches Dolph in the dick. Yep. Insert quote from Goku from Team 4 Star's Super Android 13 movie. For those of you who don't know, it's "He punched me in the dick. Why? Why did he punch me in the dick?" But yeah, Baron of course went over because he needs the win. So let's go to our show proper. First matchup, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay versus the Bullet Club. Fuck you, WWE. It's the Bullet Club. Not the club. The club's stupid. The Bullet Club. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. This was a pretty good tag team matchup. It was a tag team tornado match. When was the last time you saw a tornado match in the WWE? For those of you, for you younger folks who don't know what a tornado match is, it's basically when all four members are in the ring, legal. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. Other than that, anything goes. This is a very chaotic matchup. Very brutal, very hands-on, saw a lot of great moves, but in the end, Biz Clears wins. Too sweet me. Too sweet me. Too sweet. Next up, Rusev versus Kalisto for the United States title. No special stipulation here, it's just a regular old match. I will give Rusev and Lana props for their interview they did in the pre-show. Very funny stuff. Very awesome. The match itself was pretty much what Ryback and Kalisto should have been. Very competitive, very in your face. Rusev was an awesome monster heel. He is returning to the awesome monster heel he was before he lost to Cena at WrestleMania. So, this is a back and forth matchup. But the end comes when Kalisto gets back driven first, gets a backdrop onto the ring apron, which pretty much kills him for the entire match. For those of you who don't know, Rusev put him in probably the most painful-looking accolade I have seen yet. I did not know a human being could bend that way. But they really played up his injured back. So, as they were looking him over, Rusev was relentless and just cranked in the accolade. Kalisto tapped like fucking Savion Glover at that point. Your new United States champion, the super athlete, Rusev. Rusev Machka. Or as we of the UDD folk know him as, Tong Po. Next up, the WWE Tag Team titles, the New Day, specifically Big E and Xavier Woods for once, take on Aiden English and Simon Gotch, the Vaudevillains. This was a very solid tag team matchup. The Vaudevillains looked especially good in this match, just bringing their old school style to this one. Surprisingly enough, Xavier Woods was able to kick out of the Whirling Dervish, their finishing maneuver. I've never seen anyone kick out of the Whirling Dervish before. That's amazing. But needless to say, despite how much I loved both teams, New Day pick up the win and continue their unprecedented dominance over the tag team division. Kudos to you guys. Kudos. Next up, Kevin Owens, Cesaro, Sami Zayn, and The Miz. Fatal 4-way for the Intercontinental title. This was the match of the fucking night. Hands down, bar none. I'll even go and say it's match of the year candidate. It is that good. This had phenomenal storytelling, phenomenal in-ring action, phenomenal psychology, great spots. There were so many great spots that I can't really tell it to you in this video. I can't do this match justice. Everyone looked good in this match. Before this match, who I wanted to win anyone but The Miz. Not that I hate The Miz, it's just that everyone else I like everyone else better. Like I said, I'm not hating on The Miz. I actually think The Miz is quite good. But during this match, I was like, give the belt to any one of these motherfuckers. They all put in work. The Miz put in work. Cesaro damn sure put in work. Kevin fucking Owens. Sami fucking Zayn. It was an amazing, amazing matchup that really... This is the one thing I liked about this feud, is that it made the Intercontinental title feel important. When was the last time we ever... Now this whole year, the Intercontinental title has felt important because we got superstars going balls to the wall just to get this title. I'm enjoying that. But, regardless to say, The Miz picked up the win because he's a sneaky, slimy bastard. I'm happy for it because at this point I'm not even mad. Because The Miz put in that work. All four of those guys put in that work. I would have been, at the end, after this match, I would have been perfectly fine with any one of those four guys winning the belt. And Miz won it in the only way he knew how, as a sneaky, slimy heel. Someone in the CBR forum said that this was a WWE shitty booking. This was not shitty booking. It was just an amazing matchup. Miz put in that work. He deserves this belt. And I'm glad for it. I'm glad that they have guys going for this belt, and making it feel important. The mid-card belts need to feel important. So yeah, Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental title match, my match of the night, probably one of my matches of the year. Year's not over yet. Next up, Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho in the first ever Asylum match. Basically, it's basically WWE's equivalent to TNA's Lethal Lockdown, except with it's a steel cage match with weapons. And I have to say, I was looking forward to this match. It was slow going in. It was a bit slodgy. It felt like a slog to get through, but it wasn't so bad as that it lost the crowd. They had enough spots in the match that kept you interested. They both used the ring well enough. I can give this match a pass because this is the first match of its kind. I mean, we've had a lot, and this is the first Asylum match we've ever had. I wasn't expecting it to be like Taker Michaels in the first ever Hell in a Cell, or Mankind Undertaker in the first ever Boiler Room Brawl, I mean, as far as match gimmicks go, this is not the worst. That title still goes to the Kennel from Hell match. Yeah. But this was a pretty good weapons match. Very nice spots, very intense. We had a lot of good weapons. Interesting to see Dean Ambrose break out the nunchucks and actually know how to fucking use them. What, did he stop by Dan Inosato's house before he came here? Quick note for those of you who don't know, Dan Inosato is an Eskrima master, which is a Korean martial art, who taught Bruce Lee how to use nunchucks. Thought I was going to go for Bruce Lee, but no. Dan Inosato. Look him up. And they have nearly all the weapons got used, except for Son of Mitch, because Son of Mitch was just there to watch his father get avenged. The end comes when Dean pulls out a bucket, and out from that bucket pulls out a sack, and out from that sack comes thumbtacks. Yes, you heard me. Thumbtacks. Ask yourself this question. When was the last time on WWE television have we seen thumbtacks? Yep, and they got used. Big time. Jericho went flying back first into those thumbtacks, and I felt so sorry for him, but only for a little while, because he's a murderer. He's a murdering murderer who deserves to get what he got. Dirty D's into the thumbtacks, and Dean Ambrose wins it. Yeah. Next up, for the women's title, Natalya versus Charlotte. This time in a submissions match. And also, Ric Flair, her father, well, Charlotte's father, is barred from ringside. And if he comes down there in any kind of shape or form, not only would her daughter lose the match, but the title automatically goes to Natty. This was a very good technical match up until the end. I didn't really understand how I was going to feel about this particular ending, but having marinated on it, I didn't really care for it. It really kind of, it's like the WWE, or the creative is not confident that these women can go. You got two very good technical wrestlers with Charlotte and Natty, and they're still not letting them go and have a good, legitimate finish. Why would I not like the finish? Well, Ric Flair's music hits, and Natty's like, oh, let me raise my hand. And because Ric Flair's coming out, someone dressed as Ric Flair comes out, and it turns out to be the new new member of the women's division, Dana Brooke, from NXT. For some reason, she's aligned herself with Charlotte. Her interference allows Charlotte to lock in the figure 8, and Natty taps. Now, as someone else put it, if this is not building up to a potential 4 horseman run, that's bullshit. And I didn't like the Montreal Screwjob remake that they did at last month's pay-per-view Payback. And I certainly don't like this one. It's like they're scared that these women are going to put on a good match. They don't need these shenanigans. Charlotte does not need her father or any kind of interference to get over. She's already over as a heel bar enough. So yeah, this match left a bad taste in my mouth. Also, I want to point out that during the Asylum match, when Dean brought up those thumbtacks, there was a look on Jericho's face, a look of absolute, complete terror in his face, that I just want someone to make a meme out of that. Please, somebody take a picture of that shot of Jericho's face, make a meme out of that shit. Main event: AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns, Extreme Rules match for the WWE Heavyweight title. Now, I'm going to say this outright, this was actually a better match than their match at Payback, because this match plays into Roman's strengths. And what I mean by that is, Roman's strengths are either multi-man matches, or like tag matches, triple threat matches, fatal 4-way matches, or matches with extraneous rules, like last man standing matches, or in this case, an Extreme Rules match. And this one worked out well. They both put on a pretty good show. Roman felt a little slow and plodding in places, but AJ didn't have to carry him so much. Of course, the obligatory Bullet Club Usos came down to interfere, and I'm going to call bullshit on the fact that Roman kicked out of not only a phenomenal forearm, but 2 Styles clashes, particularly one on a steel chair, and took about, 10, 11 chair shots from AJ, and then said it had enough strength to just beat him with a spear. That's right, Roman retains with a spear. So yeah, despite my want, I knew this was going to happen, so Roman Reigns wins, and I was going to leave this pretty sad and depressed. Or I would if Seth Rollins hadn't come back. Yes, that's right, the architect, the sellout, the man, has returned and beats the crap out of Roman Reigns and holds the belt that he never lost. I love you, Seth Rollins. We missed you. We miss you. Feel it in my heart. The Slammy winner for the Slammy Award-winning WWE Champion, winner of the Gamer Gauntlet, as well as the winner of the Up Up Down Down 2016 Madden Tournament. Seth Rollins, I feel it in my heart. So get used to that. Don't get used to that belt, Roman. You're not gonna have it for long, because right now you may be the guy, but you ain't the man. And that was Extreme Rules 2016. My thoughts? Pretty good show. Now we had a good opening matches. The title matches seemed pretty good. The first ever Asylum match was slow but entertaining. The Fatal 4-Way was match of the night, bar none. I did not like the ending to Charlotte and Natty's match. And the main event was a lot better than Payback. And of course, we got the return of Seth Rollins. Gonna be hell to pay tomorrow night. Yeah! So anyway, that's my video. Like what you see? Link, comment, subscribe below. Got any questions, comments, or question of the video? What was your favorite match tonight? Was it the tag team match? Fatal 4-Way? The Asylum match? What was it? Let me know in the comments. You already know how to support the channel. I don't even have to say it. Also, hit me up on Twitter. #CaptainLuffy. So until next time, been Shintigercurl, that dude in the straw hat, saying good night, and welcome back, Seth. We've missed you.